Alright, my name's Barnaby Walters, and this is a demo of my first Hurdy Gurdy. It's the first one I've built. It took about 5 weeks worth of building on and off. It's mahogany back and sides, dyed with a rather nice dye called potassium dichromate, which doesn't actually leave a pigment on the wood, but it reacts with a chemical in the wood called tannin and turns it this lovely kind of golden reddy colour. And then the top is Sitka Spruce, nicely quartered, as you might be able to see by the medullary rays. And then the various trimmings are Indian Rosewood veneer. Most of the other bits of wood are maple on here, it's just flamed maple. The configuration is fairly basic. It's got 2 bourdons, 2 drones, one tuned in low C, the other tuned in G above that. It then has 2 trompettes, one in C and the other one in the G above that, which is the same as the Chanter G, and it sounds a bit rubbish as a trumpet actually if you listen to it. It's got rather a weedy sound, so I'm probably going to replace that with the G below the trumpet C. And then it has 2 chanters at the moment. It will have a 3rd chanter, I just haven't fixed it on yet. And they are in high G and the D below that. And then the 3rd chanter will be the G below that, so I'll have a fair range of sounds that I can get with it. And both of the sets of drones have these capos I've built. And they're very simple. They are a tapered cone section with with a little handle and 2 little stops on, and they fit into a tapered hole in the side of the key box, and when they're off it's open, and when you flip them on it just raises it a tone, and it's quite nice. They're fairly stable, they fall out sometimes, I have ideas on how to improve them, but they act on both drones at once. So you can get quite a nice effect. And then you can play little bass lines like that, and exactly the same on the trumpets. From C up to D. So yes, I shall give you a little sound demo then. You can hear it has quite a fairly clear sound, it's quite loud. It works fairly well. I'll play you, that was with the high G chanter, I'll play you with the lower D one. And that has a very different sound. The G chanter is a bit lighter on the wheel as well, and that allows for quite nice techniques when playing violin style. So you can let the wheel spin after you've let it go and decay slightly, so you can get. You can, of course, play both chanters together. And you can get a really full-on sound if you just chuck everything in. That's a bit much, really. It works very nicely just with a chanter and a drone. And equally well with the other chanter and a drone. And the C trumpet, the sound does change when you capo it up from C. When you go up to D, you have to adjust the T1 side, and it's not quite as piercing, which can be a good thing. So the range of keys you can play in is fairly limited. It's wider than I've had previously, so it's good fun for me. But with obviously it's chromatic, so without drones I can play in whatever key I want. With drones I can I can get C, G, D, and A. At a stretch you can play in F with the C drones, but it's not great. It just sounds a bit weak without the root note on the bass, so it's not quite as effective as having a capo up to F. And I was originally intending, as you can see, as you might be able to see by the extra slots here, I was intending to have another capo on each set of strings, and I think it's not feasible on the drones because there just isn't enough space. They vibrate too much. And on the trompettes, going from what I've seen from the change up from C to D, the loss in power, I think having another capo from C up to E, it would probably lose even more power. So I'm going to leave it like this because it's a nice it's a nice versatile setup, I think. So yeah, that is my first hurdy-gurdy. I'm looking forward greatly to building the next one. If you would like me to build the next one for you, do get in contact. There are details of my website on the video. And yeah, I will be making some more videos and recordings of this Gurdy and my other instruments soon. In particular, a little tutorial / review video on how I use this with my laptop in Ableton Live to do cool effects, and also how I use it with my little Zoom acoustic guitar effects pedal. So yeah, that's all for the moment. Thank you very much for watching. Please check out the links. There are links to photos and recordings below the video. And thanks very much.